Hello, everyone. Welcome to the College Voice. Today, we're talking about if exes can still be friends, if sriracha almonds are worth the burn, and our tips on how to survive midterms. Let's get started. Not all romantic relationships last forever, but that doesn't mean you and your ex have to go back to being strangers. Some people are really close with their ex, while others haven't spoken with them since the breakup. Do you think it's weird to be cool with to be cool with your ex? Can you really go back to being friends once you've crossed those friendly boundaries? Let's discuss it. Y'all smiling hard. They like. Okay, so we're gonna first start with you, Gianna. What do you think about it?
All right, well, friends with exes. I feel like you said, like earlier, there is no way. I feel like once you cross that boundary of like being like at that next level, like in doing like the things that you would not typically do with a friend, like you can't go back from that.
Right.
Like you can be friendly, but I don't think you can still consider them like someone you can, yeah, because imagine like going off and getting another boyfriend and then, or girlfriend and still having them as a friend. I feel like that's a really tough road to cross.
Yeah.
And you can't play both sides. You know, it's one or the other. Once you pass it, it's done. That's my opinion.
Okay, hands up. Who are friends with their ex? No one.
But
No
I'm
one?
not friends with my
Friendly.
ex.
What about you?
I can't be. I don't think I could be friends with my ex. I can be friendly with my ex.
Right,
I can't
okay.
be. Depends on what they do. But I can be. I can't be friends with them personally. But I know people who are friends with their ex.
Does it creep
So
you
I
out?
do think it's possible.
It's possible.
I do think it's possible, but for me personally, no, because that's just my preference. But I think it's possible. They are friends. They don't hang out all the time. She has a new boyfriend now, but they were best friends before they dated, and they broke up, and now they're friends again. So I do think it's possible. Like I said, they don't hang out all the time,
Right.
but I don't even think they text. But when they see each other at like gatherings and stuff, they will hang out. They will talk to each other,
That's
which
nice of them.
I don't know. I guess it's what your other
Civil, like
yeah.
being civil. I feel like is different though than being friends with them. You know what I mean? Like I feel like yes, if you can still stay in the same room and stuff and still like talk to them stuff, but you're not like friends where you're like let's hang out. You know what I mean? You can't hang out with them and not
Yeah.
want more than that. You know? That's kind of where I was going.
Yeah. What about you, Shane? I know you got an opinion.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Okay, why?
No,
You
because
bitter?
think
What
about it-
happened?
No, because this is my thing is that you will always, if you're friends with your ex, you will always compare the next person to them.
Right.
And they'll always be in your life, and then you'll be like, wow, this person like
You're
is
so
not
right
like
with
this.
that angle, though.
Exactly. There's people that are like, wow, this person's not like my ex, and it's like a good way or a bad thing, but you're comparing that, and you need to get away from that. You cannot be friends with them, and that's on period.
So you feel, I hear what you're saying. So you feel you have to separate basically in order to explore your actual options and to know what you really are looking for because having
Yeah.
I hear what you're
You
saying.
need a
It
break,
makes
and you need a
sense.
break, honestly. Like
Right.
you can't go from one person to the other. Like that's my opinion. Rebounds are another thing, you know, but I mean.
I don't know
But
about
that's
that.
another discussion.
Right, that's
But
another
seriously,
discussion.
But seriously, like I think for mental health, like it's better to leave it be. And you know, you were romantic with each other, but you know, let it go. Let it go. Move on. Get over it.
What about you, Shania? You friends with your exes?
I am not friends with my exes.
Nobody knows. Okay, y'all just
I
friends,
am
not friendly.
I am like Gianna and Andy said, civil with them. Like I did run into an ex over the summer, and you know it was friendly. It was like, hey, how you doing? Nice to catch up. But it wasn't anything more than that. Just because it's offensive. If you are in a relationship, it's offensive, and then you don't want to like get too comfortable in that friendliness and think, well, oh, maybe I should give this a shot again. Because at the end of the day, an ex is an ex for a reason.
Right.
People break up and get back together all the time, but should they? I mean, look at Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez. exes for a reason. Sometimes
Right.
you gotta take these things into consideration. So I don't think that you should be friends with them. I don't think it's healthy for you to move on to new relationships. Maybe if it's only a 3-month relationship, then it's like, okay, we didn't spend too
Yeah.
much
That's what
time
I was
together.
gonna say. Like that's why I
Yeah.
say it is possible, because I think if you're with someone for like 3 to 5 years, you're thinking about marriage, then no, because then you're close with their family. Like that's just awkward. But if I only date someone for a couple months and it's just kind of a fling type of thing where we are dating,
yeah.
I could definitely see myself being friends with them. I don't know if I could hang out with them, but if we have the same group of friends, say like we had the same group of friends before we started dating, and then we dated for a couple months, it didn't work out, but then all of our friends still hung out in the friend group, I think I can make the exception of being friends. But I do think that how long your relationship is definitely depends on if you should be.
And it affects your standing with
Yeah.
them too. Like you don't want that.
Yeah.
So
All right. I think we all know that breaking up is hard to do, but you know what else is hard? Midterms. It's that time of the year again, and Bella has her tips on how to study to ace that exam.
Thanks, Leitra. Now that we're deep into midterm season and have finals looming not too far away, having a good place to study is crucial. I'm here to share some tips on how to create and or find the perfect study space to get the grades you're dreaming of. So my first tip is analyze like your perfect study focus situation. Like, do you study better when it's completely silent or in a cafe with tons of other people around? Do you listen to music? Do you prefer pure silence? You just need to think about like what helps you focus the most. For me personally, I like to be in a completely silent situation or in a cafe with just light noise around me. And I also sometimes like to listen to music that doesn't have any lyrics, which I think is super important. If you're gonna listen to music, try not to have lyrics because it can help you get distracted. And think about, do you prefer to study alone? Do you prefer to study with a group of friends? Sometimes it can differ based on what you're studying. And do you feel more productive in the early morning or late at night? So just ask yourself a bunch of these questions to really get a sense of what you prefer, and then go from there in finding or creating your spot. My second tip is to definitely stay organized. Wherever you're studying, make sure you have all of your supplies, your laptop, a snack, your water, your chargers, anything, make sure you have it in one place so that you're not getting up and like looking for things. You just have it all right there. Also make sure to keep distracting things far away from you. I really enjoy having healthy snacks like fruits and nuts and also water around me because it's like an energizing snack that's not going to weigh you down, but it's going to help you to keep going. And with staying organized, make sure you have your planner. And for me personally, whenever I am crossing things off of my to-do list, it makes me motivated to keep doing things so I can cross it off. So if you're having trouble starting your to-do list, start with the easiest thing you have or like the smallest thing. And if you can't do that, then just start one part of something else you have on your list and you'll be good to go. So my third tip is put your phone far away from you or in a different room completely. Because if you're like me, when you get bored, you're just gonna scroll through your phone, scroll through social media, text someone, and an hour goes by and you haven't gotten any work done. So do what you can to just keep your phone far away from you. Make it hard for yourself to procrastinate. My fourth tip is to set a timer. For a lot of us, sitting down for hours on end to study or to do homework is basically a nightmare. I know for me it is. So just set a timer for half an hour. There's this technique called the Pomodoro technique. And if you set a timer for 25 minutes, you just do any work that you need to get done, and then you take a 5-minute break. So you could do whatever you want. I recommend not going on your phone because you can get distracted. So go for a walk and then start another 25 minutes again. So do a few cycles of this and you will be good to go. So I hope these tips will help you find your perfect study spot this semester. And with that, we'll be right back right after the break.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So,
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
Now, college sports has always been a fan favorite over professional sports, but is that here to stay? Well, one of our latest uproars in the sports world has been because of the fact that college athletes are getting paid, but right now it is only in the state of California. It is called the Fair to Pay Act, and that includes college athletes in the state getting paid for their name, image, and likeness through endorsement deals, sponsorships, autographs, signings, and other similar income opportunities. And many people have strong feelings about this, but not everyone is on the same page. What are you guys thinking? Well, for me, like whenever I think of college athletes being paid, I just feel like the reason why college sports is a huge, what is the word? Why college athletes are liked more than professional sports is because they are more of a team sport. When professional sports play, it's because they are getting paid, and the players only play because they are getting paid, and that's what their mind is. Like, look at Antonio Brown. He doesn't even have a team right now because of his greediness almost. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So college athletes, they play for the team. They don't play for themselves, and I feel like once that gets put into the college athlete's mind, like, I'm doing this for my name, I'm doing this for, for me, for the money, for the fame, then that's when it's going to start going downhill, and people aren't going to want that. Like, people watch college football over professional, the NFL any day, you know, or they watch like March Madness over, you know. So it's just, I feel like in that aspect, college athletes shouldn't be paid because it's going to take that team spirit away, and it's not going to be as enjoyable to watch anymore. And that's my opinion. What are you guys thinking?
Well, I disagree because honestly, sometimes things matter more than just entertainment. And
right.
Honestly, I know like a lot of college athletes, some here I can't, and they work their butts off. Right. Leave it at that. 4 a.m. practices, barely can maintain a relationship because they're always talking about, this is all sports, gymnastics and everything. They're always focused on the sport. So I personally believe like that they should be able to get some benefit or get paid for all the hard work that they do. They're doing that. Plus, they're going to school because they have to. It's required and all that junk. But I also think that we should just acknowledge that college athletes are getting some benefits. They're not just getting nothing, you know. Right. They get tutoring and they get help and
scholarships,
stuff paid for. They can live off campus and get things paid for. They are getting benefits. But as for actual checks, I think we should be able to do it. I mean, because let's be honest, how much is football bringing money to Kent State University? A lot.
A lot of money.
Like, if you're going to make a lot of money off of me, I want to check. Yeah. So I don't have a problem with college students getting paid. What about you? What you think?
Okay, so I have a few different feelings about it because when I first heard of college athletes getting paid, I thought, okay, this is preposterous because they already get so much, like, what is it, clout, because they get the full ride. Some of them get the full ride scholarships.
They get a lot.
They get, their professors want them to do good, so they may, like, go a little easier on them. It's all types of situations like that. So at first I thought, okay, I mean, if they want to play football, why should they get paid for it? I think in order to make it all fair, I know that football and basketball are probably the leading costs, but for the university. But I think that they should have all college athletes be paid, not just football and basketball players, just to make it fair. Because at the end of the day, whether it's track and field, volleyball, cheerleading, whatever, they're all still sports, and they all have to. All of these athletes have to put a lot of time into it and do the practices and manage schoolwork. So I see why they're getting paid because, like you said, it brings in the most money to the university. So why not compensate them? But I just think it needs to be fair all throughout.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, and
What about you, Shane?
I just think
Say something.
I just think that they already get so much, and
They
like
do.
they get so
They
much,
do.
and
Right.
you know, it's not really what you were going off of. It's not really fair to the other sports that work the same amount of time that do work. They have the same schedule that they do. They don't get as much clout. So besides it's mainly basketball that gets paid, right, in California.
Football, I think. Yep.
Okay, so basketball and football. So those are those big sports, but like we also have like the tennis and all the other sports. Yeah, hockey. Hockey's a big thing.
Golf.
It's not really fair to them if like only basketball and football are getting paid just because it's on TV and it's all like, and they get all like likeness endorsement deals. They already get that stuff. I agree that they should get like endorsement deals because like it is a big thing, but I don't think anything above that. I don't think it's fair for all the other college students that don't get like the scholarships, scholarships just because they don't play a sport. It's not, and I'm not trying to say it's like not fair,
Right.
but it's also, you gotta think of it like
It's
they're
still
going
a level,
to college.
Yeah, it's
and-
still a level of like amateur. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're still at a level where they're learning, and like I feel like we're professionals. Which I do feel like they should be paid, but I don't feel like it should make them like a crazy amount of money. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
a crazy huge amount, but I don't know. But well, whether college athletes get paid or not, they are always working hard, which means that they're always getting hungry, like me right now, because up next we have our Taste Test Tuesday, which is using my favorite snack, I mean.
Hello, Taste Test Tuesday viewers. Today we are trying Sriracha Hot Chili Almonds. This could be bad because I do not do good with spicy.
I do okay with spicy, but I'm curious to see what almonds seasoned with sriracha are gonna taste like.
Yeah, same.
Hot Cheetos and Takis, like I like eating them for some reason, even though they're so hot. So I wonder if this is gonna be similar to those products.
I like buffalo wings. This same color as an almond, it just looks like they have like powder on them basically.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they're super seasoned, powdery. Ready?
Ready to go?
Yeah. I'm nervous. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
So right away you get a kind of taco taste. Then it starts tingling. Like my tongue is tingling. It kind of burns when it goes down. They're not like super hot, but it's like making me uncomfortable.
I'm doing okay, honestly. My first one was good. Let's taste another one.
It's getting hotter. Like it's starting to steam up a little. I don't know. Like they're
I'm
not
doing
bad.
good.
They have a good flavor.
I'm doing good. It is tingling my tongue, but it's nothing that's unbearable for me.
My mouth's a little bit on fire, but it's all right. Like it kind of makes me want to keep eating them, and not because of the tingling, but the flavor is.
Yeah,
like,
the flavor's good.
it's not a hot sauce flavor to me.
No, it's just like a spicy, tingling flavor.
It has
good.
like kind of like a buffalo taste, but it kind of has a meat taste.
I think that's the almond.
I probably would not eat them, but if you like hot stuff, if you like hot sauce, that kind of stuff, I would probably recommend them to you. Like it's a good snack.
I like spicy snacks like hot Cheetos and Takis, hot Doritos, whatever. These are a very good alternative. I give them an 8 out of 10.
Flavoring wise, I probably give it like 5.5.
Nuts in general are a good snack. The
No,
flavor of these are good.
No, November.
No nut November. No.
Thanks for watching this week's edition of Taste Test Tuesday.
Stay spicy.
Yes.
So I couldn't get to hear the video because something's wrong with the audio, but did you like the?
They were all right. I
Yeah.
wouldn't buy, if you like spice, I'm not the biggest spicy person,
Yeah.
but if you like spicy stuff,
Yeah.
then I would definitely recommend them to you, like hot Cheetos, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I'm good with just the salted
I
almonds.
love
here.
them. They're my favorite things because for me they're not too spicy, but they have like a special taste to them.
Yeah.
That's like, I don't know, like they're my favorite go-to snack. They're so easy too.
I was expecting them to be a lot more spicy than
Yeah,
what they were.
right.
I either thought it was gonna be super hot or it was just gonna be like
Mm-hmm.
but they weren't that bad. I mean, if you like spicy, then you should
I
get-
love spicy
yeah.
things. You guys like spicy things?
I
Yeah.
love spicy.
It would
so
be
good.
an easy snack.
I
Yeah.
can't eat it though because I'm allergic to nuts. So,
Nuh-uh.
yeah.
Poor Shane.
You're one
I
of
know.
those guys.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So sad. Yeah, but I do like spicy stuff.
But don't eat them.
Just I'm not gonna eat them. Just personal preference. I'm not gonna eat
Yeah.
them.
I mean, it kind of started burning. Like my mouth is kind of on fire.
Have you ever tried my other favorite is like the honey roasted ones?
Oh, those
I
are
love
good.
honey
They're
roasted.
the best.
Yeah.
So good.
They also have this sorry, I'm going crazy because I just love almonds. They also have this like Korean barbecue.
Ooh, that sounds
so
good.
Yeah.
That's
Anything
my favorite
barbecue.
sauce.
Anything
That's
barbecue
my
is
favorite
so good.
sauce.
Yeah.
All right. Well, when we come back, we'll discuss a serious topic that's been a major topic here at Kent State, which is our safety. Stick with us.
For over 70 years, Smokey Bear has asked you to use fire responsibly.
Fires due to an unattended campfire. Go time.
Here's how you can stay on the front lines of preventing wildfires. Always watch your campfire. Before leaving, drown it, stir it, drown it again, and feel that the fire is out cold.
Oh, bullseye!
And you won't need a visit from these guys.
Copy that.
You can be Smokey's wingman when enjoying nature and prevent wildfires. Visit SmokeyBear.com for more fire prevention tips.
$7,000 high school students drop out every school day. Let's catch them before it's too late. To start helping students in your community, visit boostup.org.
Why is my son having trouble in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with my son over his homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No. He's smart, but his mind wanders.
7 wonders of the world.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
For the past few weeks, safety has been a huge topic of discussion on campus and social media. Last month, a man in a Speedo was seen on the porch of a sorority touching himself inappropriately. In October, a man pulled down a woman's pants behind Dewey's Health Center. Many students on Twitter feel like Kent State isn't doing enough to protect their students. So the question is, do you guys feel safe on campus? Well, I know that this is a very, very serious concern because, I mean, as college kids, we should feel safe on campus. I mean, that's the whole point of a college campus. And then on top of that, a lot of people take night classes and it gets very dark out here. I mean, I know I walk to my car by myself and sometimes I feel like, I feel fine, but with all these recent situations happening, it's just like, I'm kind of concerned. So I want to get your take on it. I'll start with you, Bella.
Okay, well, so since I graduated in May from high school, and I know Anna and Shane would relate to this, like, we're not used to being like cautious walking around the school. It's all inside. So this is like a huge difference for us now. And especially like, I think being a girl, obviously, I think like the gender definitely creates some differences with feeling safe. I personally don't feel safe because I'm walking outside and like sometimes I just want to go for a walk. It helps me, but like I'm scared to do that sometimes, especially when it's getting darker. And I think it's so weird that I'm literally carrying pepper spray in my backpack at school. Like I just think it's absolutely crazy that we have the need or like the feeling that we need to have protection like that. So I when I'm walking by myself, I personally don't feel safe.
What about you, Anna?
I don't really feel that unsafe because I walk by myself like from my friend's room sometimes, but I FaceTime my friend. Not that I don't feel safe, but I'm not like scared. I feel like I'm just paying attention more to my surroundings, if that makes sense. It's not that I'm like, like I'm scared, but I'm like, I don't know, like I feel like just like paying more attention to what I'm doing, or I'm like maybe not staying out as late sometimes, which isn't that good. But if you look at other campuses, like they are a lot worse than here. Like they have had like serious, not that this isn't serious, but like really crazy things happening. And I feel like we've had like a couple, but some people have multiple things like that every day. Like
And I don't know, I feel all right, but I feel like I'm just paying attention more.
What about you, Andy?
I can agree with that. I've been here this is my 4th year now, so I feel over the years, there's definitely been things that have happened. You know, it just seems more this year. It's happening more and more. I don't know if you can agree, but I feel this year it's happening more and more. It's not that I don't feel unsafe, because sometimes I do feel safe. I definitely feel more unsafe than I did when I was a freshman. I don't know, I feel when I was a freshman I was just running around doing whatever I wanted. And now I'm definitely more aware of my surroundings, but that's also just how I am in general. I never feel safe, so like that sounds kind of dramatic. I do feel safe, but there are times when, especially if it's at night, no matter where I am, if I'm driving alone, if I'm at a stoplight, I'm always really cautious. So it's not that I don't feel safe on campus. I think Kent does do enough. You can call security guards to walk you to things and stuff. So they do what they need to do. I think it's just how you take care of it, really.
Shane.
No, I'm for Shane.
Okay.
Yes, I cut you.
Gosh.
So, Salitra speaking. I feel like I disagree. I don't feel like Kent campus is doing all that they can do. I think we pay a lot of money to be here, and I think some things that have been occurring should have never occurred. I'm not going to reveal sources or anything, but I've talked to some people who are at sorority houses, and they felt like they didn't have help for protection from this guy in the Speedo. Like I guess the police were patrolling, but it wasn't really much effort from Kent campus. So I just feel like Kent campus needs to take more initiative. This isn't funny. This isn't a game. This is our life. We're paying thousands of dollars. I know I am out of pocket, and it's hard to pay that much money and you aren't safe where you need to go. And then we also just have with, our history as Kent State University, the May 4th shooting. Just as Kent State University, we should be protecting our students more. I just really feel like we should be on more guard. We're Kent State. Don't you care? Because I don't feel like people are caring. You? Sorry.
I guess it's different for me because I'm not a woman, and it's. But I don't think that should be able to take into account by gender. I literally this morning I was walking here and I turn around and I was like, there's these people following me, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, and that's like the mindset I was in. So I definitely think that that Kent needs to be more proactive in getting more attention on this and keeping people safe.
And you're right, gender doesn't matter if you have a weapon or something.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you all for this important discussion. Campus safety is an issue, and heading into the weekend, we hope you all stay safe. And thank you for spending your Saturday with us. Make sure all of you follow us on our social media at The College Voice KSU. We will see you next week.
When they test you, stand firm and move only when you hear the seatbelt click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008.
He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties.
He knows he's a pretty big deal. How could you not love him?
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be, with the high purpose to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all. We approach this problem of reemployment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.